Heartland has just released its 18th season finale, and now it is time to talk about what will happen in the 19th season of the legendary series. Can you believe it's been 19 seasons already? It's crazy. First of all, good news. Lou is fine. She is traumatized, of course, but fine. Plus, she is open to collaboration with Nathan now. In fact, can I tell you this? She is a better person in a way. Yes, I also cannot believe I just said that, but I believe this tragic incident led Lou to get a bunch of realizations regarding her life and relationships. She realized finally that business and money are not everything. In the next season, we will see her even more homely, trying to grow the business with Nathan instead of despite of Nathan. She also has a new frenemy, aka Nathan's highly unlikable sister. Seriously, can we stop introducing new characters at the very last episode of a season? I don't know what you think about it, but personally, I hate to see new faces at the very last minute. Introduce new characters at the beginning of the season so that I can get an idea of who they are and what to expect from them. Anyway, apparently this devilish sister is the new villain in the town, but if we know Lou, we know for sure that she likes a good challenge and a good villain that is worth fighting against. So I believe she will get a sick pleasure in having a rival like her. So Nathan will join Heartland while her sister will be the one who tries to ruin everything and become a monopoly. She will also impact Amy and Nathan's romance in the worst way possible, but more on that later. For a second, I thought that there won't be any more Katie in the show. Just like they did with Georgie, they will send her away and we will get occasional news from her. By the way, did you notice that they did not mention Georgie not even once throughout the season? Unbelievable. They truly expect us to forget that she has ever existed. Plus, what kind of a daughter is she that she didn't even give a call to her mother after such a huge injury? I truly cannot believe what a disappointment Georgie has turned out to be. Anyway, I thought same thing was going to happen with Katie, but this time I was excited for it. Many of you knows that I'm not the biggest fan of her. I find her storylines very boring, so I wouldn't mind if she was away in Vancouver hanging around with her daddy. But that won't be the case. In a last-minute cheesy twist, she decided to get to know herself more, be a child longer, and then decide what to do. Well, people, this is what we call privilege, which is good for her. I wish we all had the opportunity to grow up a bit later, but I digress. One thing is certain though, she will be around in season 19 as well. And this time, she will get a love interest that will dominate the season. Because Heartland needs a love drama every single season. But since Lou is happily married, Amy is in a new relationship, which I'll get to in a second, and there are no other young people around to mix and match, Katie is the only one who can create that very vital dynamic and subplot for the show. What kind of a person she will end up with in your opinion? Behind the scenes, rumors suggest that we will see a love triangle being suggested in the new trailer. But we will see. The love triangle the show tried to create with Nathan, Amy, and Caleb was very half-hearted and kind of flopped in creating that tension that is expected with such complicated romances, in my opinion. So Katie's version might be a better try at creating tension through a love triangle, since there will be a lot less emotional baggage on any parties. But as I said, we will see. Now, onto the part that you guys are most excited about, the finally blossoming romance between Nathan and Amy, and that heartwarming confession of love at the very end. First of all, my thoughts and prayers for all of you guys who declared that you were Team Caleb in the last week's episode. I know that you are mourning after him right now since he is gone for good this time. The episode started hopeful for the Caleb fans as he was having great time with Lindy, a perfect father material, so to speak. But things did not evolve in that direction later in the episode. It was very obvious for Caleb that Amy was not interested in him. In fact, it was clear to him that Amy won't want anything to do with him anytime soon romantically. So, without Amy necessarily having to say anything on the subject, he basically took himself out of the supposed triangle by saying that he needs to move on. And I respect him for that. How many guys are that perceptive or respectful to the woman they are interested in, right? Later in the episode, we learned that he was in fact in a relationship with Ashley. And honestly, they looked adorable together. I'm crossing my fingers that we will see them going on double dates with Amy and Nathan, because that would be so fun and adorable. Now, of course, when all these were happening, all Amy was thinking about is Nathan. I mean, I know many of you guys truly dislike Nathan, but we cannot deny that our girl is madly in love with the guy and wants to be with him no matter what. She is ready to embrace everything about him, and it's been pretty obvious since the very beginning. Nathan was the one who had reservations, concerns, and even insecurities about moving forward with her. First, it was the fact that he had a cheating ex, and thus he had trust issues. Next, it was the fact that his father was ill. Next, it was the fact that he had trouble in communicating openly. Next, it was the fact that he wanted to grow his business despite of Heartland. Next, it was the fact that he couldn't see himself with the woman belonging to his rival family. And the list goes on. Finally, though, with a very necessary push from his father, he realized for good that he is in love with Amy. Which brought us that very last-minute but highly romantic kissing scene. I mean, we literally waited 10 long episodes for that kiss. And it is absolutely worth it in my opinion. But let me know what you think about it. In the next season, we will see the couple moving forward a bit faster. We will see the two quickly getting engaged, despite all the evil plans of Nathan's sister. She will do her best to break them apart, including putting some doubts of cheating among the two. But it won't work. In fact, at the very end of season 19, we will see our beloved Amy getting married once again. So do not be surprised to get the most wholesome and romantic season of the show since Ty's death. We are so back, baby. For more updates on Heartland, make sure to like and follow. To see what's been going on in yet another Rancher series, Yellowstone, watch the video on the screen.